Hi, this is Ruth Theresa with One Inspiring Woman, and today I'm answering a Dear Ruth Theresa question. That's right, today the question comes in from a client of mine, and she was asking me, when I'm around my partner's family, why do I feel so unaccepted? And what can I do to change or modify that? And one of the things I was talking about with her was just kind of like, what are the feelings that you're feeling? Are other people using those words? If you feel unaccepted, are they using words like, I went to work and I felt unaccepted? And so she was like, okay, I'm gonna have to do some homework on this. So she got back to me last week and said, you're right, they're using the same words that I'm feeling. And I said, because the important part is they're only reflecting back to you your energy. She was like, okay, explain more. So let's explain a little bit more. So kind of the good part is when you are feeling energy that kind of doesn't feel comfortable, don't feel accepted, or don't feel like confident in that space, or kind of feel like everybody's like looking at you or expecting you to do something or whatever it is. So kind of one of the fun things to do is to take a step back, and I often tell people, like, going to the bathroom, getting in the bathroom and just kind of like taking a few moments to yourself can be a really good start. And then on top of that, calming your energy and changing your energy inside of you. Change you. Don't change them, change you. And so we did a quick little meditation with her and she recorded it, and she went and had another family event, and she was like, it really changed. So she said when we walked in, a lot of the family was already there. Her husband's family is huge. I think he's one of like 10 or 11 kids. So they have a huge family, and they do like a Sunday dinner every Sunday. And so she came in and she started to feel that kind of like unaccepted, I'm not worthy of this or whatever it is. And so she said, as soon as I felt it, I took a deep breath and I'm like, yep, I'm feeling this again. So she went to the bathroom and played the music, played the meditation really quick, and kind of just changed her energy and kind of changed the flow of what she was dealing with, and kind of like, okay, here we go, I'm on track. And she said she came back out and everybody else's energy shifted within a minute, like 30 seconds to a minute of her coming out of the bathroom. She said one of his aunts that's never really been, like, not mean, but never really been super nice to her, said, sit down, sweetie, tell me about your week. How was your week at work? And she was just like, and so she was like, oh my gosh. And another couple of times during the evening, she would start to feel that unaccepted energy come back. So she would go back to the bathroom, put the meditation music on in her headset and kind of listen to that. And it changed her energy, and because they're there for like 2.5 to 3 hours every Sunday. And it completely changed the whole event. She was just like giddy when she called me. She was like, oh my gosh, you would not understand like how nice it felt to be like accepted and felt part of the family instead of like an outsider. Always, she's always felt like the outsider. Now she's like, I feel like I'm one of them. And so she said people talked to her and talked nicer to her and asked her about her, and she was like, wow, this is really amazing. And I was like, the interesting part of all of this is it was your energy to begin with. They were only the mirror for you. You felt unaccepted, so they sent you unaccepted energy. And because you felt unaccepted and not worthy and all that kind of stuff, you are the one who started all this. They didn't start any of this. They're just mirrors for you. And she was like, yeah, that's the fun part. Let's do some angel cards and get us a little bit more information about how we can shift or change our energy to change the mirrors around us. This is the first couple of them that are popping. Listening. This can be a really interesting. Listening to the words that everybody else is saying can be popular. Of kind of like, is everybody else saying? Are they using the same terminology or the same energy of what you were feeling? Like I said with her, like, do you feel unaccepted? Why do you feel unaccepted? Why is that coming around? Why, I'm saying, it's like, and if they're talking about like, oh, so-and-so came and they were unaccepted in the room, or blah, 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 and they're using almost the same terminology that she had in her head, I was like, oh yeah, it's coming from you. So we got to shift and change and modify all of that energy so that we can get rid of that. Nobody wants that energy around us of not feeling part of what's going on, or our families. Music. when you do this, a great way to shift energy really quickly or make your energy feel better is music. So many times I tell people, like, just put one of your favorite songs on. And I mean one of those songs that if it came on the radio, no matter who's standing around, you're just like, I gotta dance to this. Turn it on. Listen to the music. Really, really, really listen to that music and allow it to up your energy. Amp it up. Totally. It will work. Surrender and release. She had to do a lot of surrendering and releasing in this. Kind of surrendering and realizing that it was her and not them. And then releasing it and letting it go and not holding a grudge. Because you're holding a grudge, then you're hanging on to that old nasty energy. And we don't want to stay there. We don't want to stay there at all. We want to start moving and changing and modifying abundance. When people are talking about abundance, abundance can be anything. And this could, for her, it was an abundance of being accepted. Being accepted into a partner's family, of what was going on, and being a part of, like, the kids and the adults and that sort of thing. And that was abundance for her. That was like more than money could buy. She was completely happy with that one. Answered prayers. A lot of times we're praying for the other people. Like, I want them to change their energy. I want you to change. I want you to change. I want you to change. The problem is, though, the easiest thing to change is you. But you have to surrender and release to that energy. That's important, to do that quickly and to do it efficiently. Get it, let it go. Don't hang on to it. Playfulness. This can be a really fun one, kind of playing with the energy and playing with what's coming up next. And kind of one of those things that you can really amp up your energy with. My card's flipped out of my hand. Amp up your energy with, and finding the balance of, like, bringing it in. So if you're changing your balance of it, they have to shift and change their balance of it as well. Archangel Michael, if you are feeling truly attacked by other people or family, co-workers, business partners, whatever it is, really, 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 really take some time and call in Archangel Michael to have your back, because that's going to make you feel like someone has your back if you don't feel like everybody else does. Make sure that you feel like he has your back, that he's going to be there for you, and kind of really make sure that he is understanding what you want out of the situation. You have to be clear. You need to tell him, like, I feel cornered, or I feel this in this energy. Help me shift or change or modify this. And cutting cords could also be a really good one as well. Forgiveness. If you realize it was you doing this all along, forgive yourself first. Forgive everybody else as well, but forgive yourself first. It was never meant to be for you. It was just a lesson. Kind of one of those things, like, now I know if I feel this from everybody else, I need to go and shift and change my energy, and they're going to shift and change their energy when I do that. Support. We always have, not only Archangel Michael, we have a whole bunch of other angels to come in, and you can talk to the angels of the people around you and kind of give you some insight into what's going on with them. So that can really give you a great insight of, like, maybe they've had a really bad week and that's why they're kind of grumpy, or whatever it is. You can kind of get that insight. Celebration, celebration. Celebrate when you've learned how to work through this energy. Celebrate that you've learned how to deal with other people's negative energy in a very positive way, in a very quick way. Literally a 5-minute meditation that she did 3 times, so 15 minutes in a weekend, changed so much for her. It can do the same for you. So make sure that you are shifting and changing and modifying your energy so that you feel completely accepted, loved, and cherished for the people around you. I thank you so much for joining me today, and I know that we'll be talking again soon.